Welcome back to a brand new season on Where Sky Blues Walk. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a great summer. The first Premier League game of the season is in the bag, but we're not going to worry too much about that result, playing the champions away from home. We've got Jay, Scott, and Tom back with us to give their view on all 36 games of what's going to be, hopefully, a successful season for the Sky Blues. 25 years has been away from this division, and this Saturday, the home game against Hull will mark Coventry's return. Officially, we hope, back to collecting points in the Premier League. How are we, Jay? Are you excited, nervous? What's the emotions?
All good. Well, first of all, congratulations on that intro. It took you about 5 attempts to get that done, so well done on that. On Friday, I was actually travelling on Friday, so I only saw from 50 minutes onwards, but I was so nervous but so excited at the same time. So normally I don't get nervous before matches, but this game I was super nervous just because we knew it was Arsenal. It's a Premier League, so it was a bit sort of daunting as well. Obviously, what materialised. It happened. We sort of move on. Obviously, Hull got from. I watched the whole game. I thought Hull were by far the better team in that game as well. So well-deserved win there for them. And I saw the highlights of it game, and again, they look like they did well. So obviously, them two doing well, as to, not picking up points. It is a bit of nervy time on good old X at the moment. We just need to stay calm, realise we just played the best team in England, realise we played the second best team in Europe, which means probably the second best team in the world as well. But again, I watched the game back, and you honestly, how quick they move the ball is. You have to sort of
Friday,
already.
Yeah. Lots. I mean, we're not going to get into commentary, Scott, of how far you were off Arsenal and all of that. Look, it was expected, wasn't it? We learned. I don't think we learned. Is it fair to say we didn't learn anything too much about Coventry and how the season's going to go from that game at all, other than maybe goalkeeper nerves, maybe.
I think, if I'm brutally honest, I think everybody had nerves looking at it. I just don't think we got going, apart from the odd spell here and there, to be brutally honest. I think, whether it was just respecting them too much or, such a massive stadium, realising who they were playing against, and it sort of went awry. For me, not a lot went right, really. I didn't expect too much. I thought, we're playing them early. You never know. They might not have hit their stride. I'd rather play them after one game than 10. And like Jay just said, they were pinging the ball around like it was a training session at times and running us all over the place. But like we said, Jay said, best team in the Premiership last year, second in Europe. So didn't expect any kind of point or anything like that. Would have been nice to have put in a better performance and looked a bit more solid in parts. But we learn and we move on.
Yeah. Thank you both. I mean, Tom, you were there. You got your ticket. I mean, you deserve it because of all the away travels you've been doing in the last number of years. Excited before the game. Good atmosphere in there. What's your emotions coming away from it?
I would say, to be honest, like walking in there for me, even I was nervous and seeing how big the ground was and the atmosphere building up. So I'm sure the players were terrified, to be honest, like deep down, and you can kind of see that during the game. It's a big occasion. It's fine. Like, I'm not going to get on the players' backs for that performance because it's completely understandable against Arsenal. The only thing that disappointed me a little bit was I don't think we were brave enough going forward. But I think it's just first game nerves. I mean, we'll bed into the league, so I'm still feeling very confident after that. But atmosphere-wise, the Arsenal fans were okay. A lot of them, we like to call them plastics, don't we, with Arsenal and teams like that. It was okay. With the away atmosphere, I was hoping for a bit better. A lot of people were trying to get it going, but I think it was just nerves. I think we were all just very nervous in the away end, me included. I was chancing, but even I was nervous. And I liked at the beginning when we got that corner at the start of the game, we were like, come on, like we're actually, we've got a corner, it's the first minute. And then after that, 10 minutes in, being 1-0 down, it was like, yeah. And as I put welcome to the Premier League, because it just sunk in then. And being 2-0 down in 20 minutes, it was like, this could be a long night. But it was an amazing occasion. It was phenomenal. I mean, before the game, everything. So I got my ticket for Man City next. So I'm very excited to go there as well. And I just hope we play just a bit better than Arsenal, hopefully, because obviously being the first game, I'm going to completely let them off. But against Man City, I am a little bit nervous as well. But I'm confident for this Saturday against Hull. And obviously, you've got Plymouth as well midweek. So hopefully get a win there. And that's good confidence for the lads as well.
Good. Let's wind the clock back a little bit, shall we? Because the last time I saw you all, last time we were speaking, you were coming away from Ewood Park and celebrating promotion, and I think that game against Watford, and it was the bus and everything was brilliant and happy. And then we've had the World Cup, Jay, and the summer's happened. Just want to catch up with you a little bit over how you view the summer has gone for Coventry, especially in terms of the business that you've done, the amount of business, and whether you think at this point it's been enough.
First of all, the England World Cup, really enjoyed it. Thought that's the conversation for another day. But with the transfer business, I've been relatively quite pleased with it all. We've brought in Amenda, who I thought looked really, him and Bob Thomas looked very, very comfortable together. He looks like a bit of a Rolls Royce player. Amenda, Yirenkyi as well. As soon as he was a proper statement signing, I thought really, really good signing. Chowner, again, got to give him time. Hamer's obviously Hamer. Everyone's supposed for him to come back. Awoniyi seemed like a shrewd bit of business. He had a good little cameo the other day. Sharif, again, a good young player. We seem to have gone for young, sort of wonder kid prospect types at the moment. I have been crying out for a bit of experience, and today obviously we linked to Ethan Pinnock as well, which I think is a absolutely fantastic signing if we get that over the line as well. For me, the only sort of bugbear for me personally is the fact that we're signing quite a few players at the moment, which is fantastic. For me, our weakness was defence, but it's the area that we haven't really tackled as of yet. We've got Amenda coming in now, and that's pretty much about it. You think about to be a success in the Premier League, you need to obviously start by having a good, solid defence. The back five, including Rushworth, none of them played in the Premier League before. The only player that had actually played in the Premier League, that starting 11, I think, was probably Onyeka. He probably had about 50 odd games, maybe most of this as a sub. I don't officially know that. But I personally I would be looking for a bit more experience down the spine of our team. So now we've got Awoniyi. He came up in front and he looked really, really sharp up top. Good experience centre forward in the Premier League. Good honest player. Pinnock at the back as well. He may not start every game, but he can sort of be like the new fads basically, where you can sort of talk through the games with Thomas and Amenda as well. There are rumours, again, I don't see how we're going to fit this in, but rumours that we're looking at a centre midfield player as well. So again, if you've got someone experienced there, fantastic. But again, I presume it means a couple of players leaving. So far, I would say it's probably about a 7 out of 10 for me with the window. There are certain areas that we need to plug, and also I feel like there's a bit sort of imbalance with the youth side of things, the inexperienced side of things, and we do need a little bit more sort of Premier League experience and guile, a bit of know-how. Again, not sort of rattle on too much, but I do think, obviously, I've been to the Emirates a couple of times. Luckily, my wife gets a few corporate tickets there, so I'm a bit of eating a prawn sandwich, pretending to be an Arsenal fan sometimes. But obviously, even like Tom said, he was a bit sort of nervous going to the stadium. Imagine a player going to that stadium, the whole squad pretty much going to that stadium, all buzzing, also nervous. There's no one there to calm down prior to the game, like as they're entering the stadium, during the game. Everyone was probably just buzzing that they're making the Premier League debut and they're playing the almighty Arsenal as well. So that's what I mean by a bit of experience, just having that sort of knowledge and having that sort of, when Awoniyi came on, it looked like he believed he should have been on that pitch playing against Arsenal. I imagine Pinnock will be the same as well. He believes he should be in the Premier League because he's been there, he's done it. The other players probably, again, a little bit nervous. Am I ready for this step up and all this sort of stuff? When you've got too many of those sort of self-doubting moments, then it can sort of lead to moments like we saw against Arsenal where we sort of made a mistake. So that Premier League experience for me is very, very key in the next week.
Said. Scott, there's a couple of players rumoured. Well, we've heard rumours about all summer. I want to just ask you about a couple of them. Ellis Sims, what role does he have to play in this Coventry side, if any at all?
Thanks for that question.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'm not sure where he sits, to be brutally honest. I mean, he has had some Premier League experience. I think he's probably had a couple of starts, whether it's for Everton or someone like that, but not an awful lot. For me, I would imagine from what I've seen so far of the player that we bought, Awoniyi, I would assume he would start in front of Sims. That would be my preference. I think as soon as he came on, he was straight away holding, don't know who the defender was, might have been Gabriel, holding him off, backing into him, stuck his backside into him, controlled the ball, held him up, was a bit of a bully. Strange enough, Sims is quite a big lad. You know, he's 6'3". But I just don't think he's got the the power, in my opinion, to do that. I don't think he's got the first touch to do it at times either. And that ball just keeps coming back. So I would probably think that Awoniyi would be the starter, whether it's sooner or rather than later. I don't know too much about Sheriff or Sharif, however you pronounce his surname, Siddiqui, whether he's going to play in that number 9 role, rotate with somebody or play wide. But I think, in my own opinion, I think Sims would probably sit behind those two if they were looking at a number 9 position.
Yeah.
When he went around Gabriel Sims, I was quite stunned, actually. I was like, how?
I think Gabriel was well, to be honest.
Yeah, he got the yellow card as well. Gabriel, it was a phenomenal bit of play from Sims.
I mean, he did well there, to be fair to him. And, you know, although I might not be a fan of his, I'm sitting there willing the lad on to bully somebody, knock somebody over, push him over, elbow him off the ball, do something, fire the game up. But personally, I don't think he's got that far in his belly, personally.
Okay.
It's a shame about Hadji as well, being out till like November.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What about Sakamoto, Tom? Another one that's name has appeared on some wish lists. Does he have a role to play in this Coventry side? Is he think he's good enough for the Premier League?
I've been saying he's been Premier League ready for quite a while. To be fair, Sakamoto, I was quite surprised we didn't see him at all against Arsenal. I mean, he didn't start. To be fair, I thought Chandler was going to start. That was my, I had a feeling he would, but I did think we were going to see Tatsuhiro at some point because he pushes us forward and he could put really decent balls into the box, and we just didn't have that against Arsenal. We didn't really do anything going forward for any of the games. So I do think Tats has a really good part in the season to play. Is there a chance he might start on Saturday? Who knows? There's a good chance he probably starts against Plymouth tomorrow night, to be honest. So yeah, I have heard the rumour that he might be going out the door, and I'll be pretty gutted if he does. And he's a fan favourite. We all love him. We all know how good he is, and I do think he's Prem ready. I think there's a big part to play for Tats this season. Okay.
Rumours just trying to sign the Sheffield United player as well. Forget his name now. Is he right back?
Harrison Burrows,
that's it. Yeah. Should be a decent addition. Any more rumours you're hearing? Anyone names coming in?
There was that young Man City lad, but that's fallen through now.
Yeah, funny. Yeah. I think his surname was mentioned. Pinnock, and Harrison Burrows has been mentioned.
Burrows.
Yeah, he played with EMC at Peterborough. I know that was Peterborough League One. Went to Sheffield United.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Instead of us, actually. I think he chose them over us. Regular starter for them, but I'm not entirely sure. 50-50 on whether he's Premiership ready or not. I didn't see too much of him last season, to be honest.
On that point, he's basically been Sheffield United's backup left back for the last season and this season as well. Yeah, he started the game of the weekend, but he's more at left wing. So I find it quite sure. Again, a very, very talented player. Don't get me wrong, but he's been a backup for Sheffield United, mid-table Sheffield United team for a year now, just over a year, which is a bit strange as well. Obviously, the joy about being a Coventry fan is you don't really hear about these rumours until a couple of days before we sign them. So God knows who we could be signing, but Mbappe for all I know.
Except for Rushworth, that went for like 3 months.
Right. Some of the little bits and pieces then. First of all, Coventry City, please sort out your graphics this season. You had one of the best set of graphics in the Championship this season. This is awful. I don't know who is designing this.
It's hard to read.
Just sort it out. I mean, it's like a year 9 work experience has done it or something. Absolutely shocking. Let's talk about the kits as well. So here we are. I think there's the 3, Scott, your opinion on the home kit?
I've had my opinion on a couple of chats. I'm not too fussy about all 3 of them, to be brutally honest. I mean, the home kit took us back to 87. We won the FA Cup in that sort of style. I'm not even sure if the shade of blue is exactly the same or whether it was 3 pixels different. I don't really know, Mark, but it's fair enough for me. We've had the Sheffield Wednesday, we've had the Huddersfield stick off everybody. You know, people talk about the Sky Blues, and here we are winning promotion last year in a hot coral shirt. So it sort of baffles me a bit, but it is what it is. Like Frank said, we're proud of it, wear it, crack on with it. I quite like it. I haven't got one yet, but it's fine by me.
Okay. Tom, the away one?
I really like the away one. I've got it myself personally with the Premier League badge on it. It is beautiful. I think it's clean and it's simple, and I think the colours go really well together. So I'm a big fan of the away.
Okay. Jay, you going to buy all 3 of these?
I've got 2 of the 3. It's not, for me personally, it's not the best range of kits we've ever had. again, I like the sentiment of the home kit. I personally would have liked to see a proper sky blue kit myself. But it's nice. I like it. It looks nice. I've got that one. The white kit, the white one, or the cream one, is my favourite out of a lot of them. I really like that kit. It looks nice and clean. I haven't seen the pinkish purpley kit in person yet, but again, I personally would have liked the yellow one. The goalkeeper kit looks really, really smart myself personally. But for me, I would have gone sky blue for the home kit, but as a proper traditional sky blue. The one Tom's wearing, the striped one, maybe as a third kit, and then a yellow one for the for the away kit. But I do really like the white creamy away kit as well. Again, one Scott, you just mentioned about winning the league in the hot coral kit. Do you think in many years' time that is going to be like the colour of Coventry now?
That'll be the new brown kit, won't it? You know, it'll come back and everybody will love it. And I was baffled that people were talking about a shade of blue, and yet the same people were going delirious when we won promotion in a hot coral shirt, which is
I like the hot coral. I like that. To be fair,
I always think the Coventry kit is either green, purple, or yellow. We haven't had a yellow one for quite a while, so. The white one, I like the white one. Actually, as I say, the white one out of the three of them is my favourite.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I just
the kit will make a debut against Man City as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice kit. Nice kit.
Now, this time last year, we were kicking off our championship season with a home game against Hull City. The game finished 0-0, and who'd have thought at the end of that very drab game that both of those teams would be kicking off the Premier League in a year later, and that's exactly how it's come to pass. I'm going to leave you in the company of these three to discuss Hull City game this weekend, in particular who starts, who doesn't, and your predictions for the game, if that's okay. So here's Jay, Tom, and Scott.
So what do we think for Hull away then, chaps? Hull away Saturday. I think
it's at home, my friend.
Game Saturday, didn't you, Jay? Did you watch their game at all Saturday against Man United, Tom?
I didn't actually. No, I saw the highlights. I thought they played really well. The goals are just classic Man United, being sloppy, giving away goals. But fair play to Hull. I mean, the more by the Tigers thing, I'd be absolutely rattled if other Man United fan. The trains got cancelled as well. The biggest thing for me for this Saturday, which we did do against Arsenal, is you can't make mistakes in the Premier League. Because if you make mistakes, you get punished. In the Championship, if we were to concede a goal, we'd got the other end and score 2 and win the game 2-1. In the Premier League, it's not as easy, especially against teams like Arsenal, for example. If you make a mistake, you get punished. We've got to cut the mistakes out. And that's not me being on the players' backs, because obviously I have full belief in this team and it is Arsenal way. But Milan for the first goal, just get rid of the ball, just kick it out. But the game's done now. Let's just focus on Saturday, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, when
you can't make mistakes.
Yeah, that was the answer to the question that he asked me, really, about, you can't make a mistake. Because, if you miscontrol it, someone's on you, it's gone. It's coming back at you.
Yeah.
Like you said, but I thought from what I saw, and Jay, you can stick your oar in, I thought Hull almost bullied them off the pitch. I thought Hull were very strong. 2 goals. I mean, is it a J.E.?
Yeah.
He's a big lad. Scored another good goal. Mendy. I was hoping they were both injured, but they're both expected to play. I think it might just be, I thought the difference. I said to a mate at work today, who's an Arsenal fan, I said, I watched the United game. I said, and if they're 4th favourites, they were light years behind Arsenal, in my opinion. Like you said, knocking that ball around like a training game. United were as slow as I don't know what. So, I thought Hull were very, very good value for that win. Played really well, and I thought they were strong, and a bit like we were last season. Strong, stuck up to them, resilient, and got the points. What about you, Joe?
They were brave. They were brave.
Very. Yeah.
Perfect word, Tom. They were very, very brave. Every aspect of that game, they were right in Manchester United's face. Didn't give them any respect. Won every first ball. If they won this first ball, they won the second ball. They were fighting for every single ball they possibly could do. Which, referring back to our game again, obviously it's very difficult because I felt like we were chasing shadows. We were trying to close them down, trying to do X, Y, Z, but we just couldn't get close to them. It was just like it made me laugh there. Well, it didn't make me laugh at the time, but their second goal where Sims won the header, and then all of a sudden almost like they just
so quick,
so quick. And then basically Grimes was twisting and turning, and Onyeka was twisting and turning, and Yirenkyi was, God knows where he was. It was just like our 3 midfield players, and then one of their Declan Rice in the middle, and he just drove past us. It was just amazing to see. So it'd be quite good to see us battling against Hull, because obviously we had 2 pretty drab games against them last year, and realistically, it's two fairly similar sort of squads as well, bar the odd little change here and there. Obviously, appreciate the windows coming up to close at the end of in a week's time. So it'll be quite interesting to see what team they put out and how they sort of perform against each other. But again, one thing you know about Hull is you're going to be in for a game. They're going to battle and fight and and they've got this little bit. Ryan Giles got a little bit of class in his left foot. Ollie McBurney, again, he's got a little bit of sort of swagger up top as well. I'm a big fan of Bloomy. Unfortunately, he picks up too many injuries as well, and they've just got a really solid unit in the middle of the pitch as well. So they're a good battling team, but they've got those little gems of little gems in their team as well to sort of punish you if you do make those mistakes or get a bit sloppy as well.
And I will say as well, they will be absolutely full of confidence after the United game. That's why I'm hoping we win tomorrow night to give us a bit of confidence after Arsenal. But they will be going into that game really confident in themselves after being United. I know it's at home, but still, they'd be, one of the top six, big six, we call it. So they'll be full of confidence going into Saturday. So we've got to be careful. But the home atmosphere, I'm confident at home. I said it could be anyone, maybe not Arsenal and like your cities and stuff. But at home, I'm confident we can get a result against anyone, just about anyone. So I'm feeling confident for Saturday, but it'd be nice to get a win tomorrow night as well and see us in the hat for the next round.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a completely different game for Bobby and Amanda if they start at the back. All of a sudden, they're chasing shadows, and now they've got McBurney to deal with. He won't be chasing them or running them ragged anywhere. He'll be battering them, and I think that'll probably be a better test for them really against some of the speed moves. Like I was hoping Gokeres would play up front. I was thinking, Bobby and Amanda would deal with him a hell of a lot better than the speed merchants, the players that they've got, but. Yeah,
it's weird they didn't feature Gokeres at all. I was like, he came over at the end to be fair, gave our fans a clap, which I respected, but didn't see him on the pitch once. But I will say, somebody who is phenomenal to watch in person is Declan Rice. He is a phenomenal player, and he dominated that midfield. And for most of the game, I hate to say it because I love the both of them, but Onyeka and Grimes were chasing shadows. But it is Declan Rice. He's a world-class player in a world-class team.
I thought the same about Odegaard. I thought he was superb.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Still looks like a little kid running the show and pings the ball all over the place, and everything's at the right pace. It goes straight to a player. It's in their stride. They don't have to move. They don't have to slow down, and it's just brilliant to watch. I hate to say it, but it was good to watch.
I'm completely true. I thought the same about Miles Lewis-Skelly as well. I thought he was pretty phenomenal also as well.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And even the Solis on his debut, the left winger, he looked really, really good. Havertz, again, such a smart little player. Again, I'm not a massive fan of his, but he's just a very, very smart player. And
cracking finish.
Got his goal as well, didn't he?
Yeah, it is a really well-oiled machine with just again, world-class players all over the pitch. And then you think about, obviously, they didn't have Saliba, didn't have Bruno Guimaraes, what his name is. Left winger Martinelli wasn't playing. So obviously, Gokeres was on the bench as well. Timber wasn't playing as their starting right back. That's half their team not there, and then they bring on, I think it was £250 million worth of talent off the bench.
£250 million,
yeah. That's what you're sort of dealing with. Again, I don't want to blow smoke up their arse too much, but they were very good. But I keep hearing that's the level. That's not the level. That's up here. We're down here. This is our level down here. That's some supernatural. PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid kind of level. That's not our level. That's not who we're competing with at all. We're competing with the Hulls when we play them. Again, to a degree of Brighton, we've got them in a couple of weeks' time. To a degree, Nottingham Forest, we've got them in a couple of weeks' time. They're the people that we should be battling with, especially at home as well. But yeah, again, I just thought Arsenal was. Again, it's probably the first time I've actually watched Arsenal with. I don't know, just I don't know. There was something different with the way I was sort of watching them. I'll rewatch match up every weekend, but there's something different. They were just phenomenal the way we played. Again, I think our players were a bit at awe with them as well, and I just think we were sort of a little bit lost at times.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly on the right hand side of the pitch, on De Silva's side, the 1-2s and the triangles they were playing, it was a little bit like men against boys, but like you said, don't want to blow too much smoke up their arse. They're a very good side. They know it. But we move on to Hull, I suppose. So would you be making any changes, Tom, yourself, in the starting lineup for Hull?
Obviously, Rushworth and goal. Defense, go through the lineup.
The back five.
Yeah, defense. Okay, so for me, Rushworth, obviously, Milan, I would still say, even if we do get Pinnock in, I still think it'll be Amenda and Bobby Thomas on Saturday.
Yeah, okay.
Stay to Silva, because we don't actually have another left back. So it's going to have to be the same. Midfield, I would still say it's a tough one. Midfield, I'd say Yirenkyi. I was a bit worried he might have got a red card through against the Arsenal, because obviously he got yellow carded pretty early on. I have read that apparently his disciplinary record is not great, but there's definitely a player there. I would actually start Hamer. I don't know. Would I start Hamer? Yeah, I'd start Hamer personally. Hamer and Grimes. I don't think we don't need Onyeka for that game, but I feel like it's more game for Hamer. Personally, I would actually start Tats. People might disagree with me on that, but I'd go Tats. Is Efron back? I don't know about Efron.
Don't know either.
He was in
Just say PTA for now. Yeah.
Intentions, but again, obviously the Plymouth game will be quite telling, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Maybe
I start Awoniyi up front.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he starts players that need minutes in their legs, or whether he's going to start people that didn't play against Arsenal, whether he's going to start players that aren't going to start against Hull. Who knows? But it's one of those. It's a bit of a game for nothing, but you don't want to go out and purposely put a weak side out and get beat and knock everybody's confidence. You want to win the game, but what sort of side you put out? But about you, Jay, for Hull, what do you think?
Back five is a back five, including goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think so.
Up top. The wingers again. Chowner, I think he looked okay, but there were times where he seemed like a very passive winger to me. So a very safe winger. So he gets the ball and he cuts back quite a lot as well, where Tats would attack a player. So I personally, I think Tats, in my eyes, supersedes Chowner for the time being. Again, that may change over the season, but he needs to grow into that position and just obviously learn how he needs to play. Also, the fact that I thought Milan did not have the best game against Arsenal, and that was, again, he obviously made a mistake for the first goal, but also he wasn't getting a lot of help from Chowner as well. So I think Tats just brings that in. Just naturally, they've got a very good understanding. So I'll go Tats on that side, EMC on the left if he's fit and available. If not, I personally would play two of Yirenkyi, Grimes, and Onyeka. This may be controversial. I don't know if Yirenkyi and Onyeka, just because we know Hull have got a lot of legs in them. I don't know. That's a bit of an enigma for me there, those three, because I thought at times Grimes had a good game, but at times when players are running past and they run past them with ease, I thought at certain moments, but again, it's obviously Arsenal that we're playing. And then I would I'd play Hamer or a Rodoni. Maybe obviously Hamer, but just
Rodoni, of course.
Yeah, but maybe he hasn't got quite the minutes. I don't quite know. I'll play a bit more of a sort of attacking spot because, again, like you, Scott, I'm not Ellison's biggest fan. I thought he played okay on Friday, but he played okay, but he had nothing around him. So the okay is actually very
isolated.
Very, very isolated. So he did battle quite well, but then, for example, when the second goal, he won the header. Obviously, appreciating it into direction of one of our players, but then there's just no one around him to sort of win the ball up after him and stuff like that as well. So I think Hamer will be a bit more of a better option, or Rodoni would be a better option behind Awoniyi as well. I thought looked very, very sharp when he came on.
He looked good.
As well. But yeah, I think BT on the left, never really I'm not a big fan of that person myself. But at the moment, we don't really have that many options. And Sharif, whatever his name is, apparently he can play left wing as well. So maybe, I don't think apparently his room he's not fit enough at the moment, but he obviously has, you pay 21 million for him.
Yeah.
You run for as well. So, to be honest, a long answer short, I ain't got a clue what the team is.
Yeah, I went too far away from saying the same, but I mean, I think we've probably all agreed on the defence so far, but yeah, I think for me, Awoniyi would start. And when you mentioned Tats, he's up against Ryan Giles again, isn't he? And he's done quite well against him when he's played for Middlesbrough and stuff like that. So why not give him a go? I'm sitting there thinking it's going to be a brutal game. They're a strong side. Do we need Onyeka in the team for that strength? You've got Yirenkyi, who I think is a bit of a beast as well. You've got those two guys. You've got Grimes. They're probably a bit more strong and a bit more get stuck in kind of thing. But it's probably thinking about, do we need those brutes on the pitch to sort of, manage the battle that's coming? But yeah, you could, like you say, you could pick 2 out of Grimes, Onyeka, Yirenkyi, Rudy, Hamer for the middle 3. Yeah. I think we're a bit limited on the left-hand side. Like you said, I don't know Sharif, how good he is, how quick he is, how fit he is. But it'd be between him and probably BTA, I guess, if EMC's not fit. Awoniyi, I think, is an absolute monster. If we can keep him fit, I doubt he's going to play every game because it's not going to be easy beating people up or trying to beat people up for 90 minutes every week. So that will take something out of him. But yeah, Tats and Chowner, one or the other, or give them amount of time each. It could be an interesting one. Hopefully, it's going to be a sold out full house, and we can hopefully help them over the line against Hull because it's going to be interesting. We end up 6 points behind Hull after 2 games. I don't really want that personally.
That will not be fun. I think the crowd will be really up for it. Again, obviously, there's a little bit of negativity online after one game, which is a bit stupid, but it's more sort of people getting rattled, I feel, from
Everybody else.
Man U fans that are from Nigeria and all this sort of stuff. It's those sort of bot accounts that are popping up, sort of writing us off already in that case as well. But yeah, I just feel that CBS will be rocking on Saturday. So I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to go see the lads again. And hopefully we get our first goal and our first 3 points as well.
Let's go.
Which will be fantastic as well. Score a goal in the Premier League is just going to be quite surreal and quite. I haven't seen a Premier League goal for Koff score a Premier League goal for 25 years. It's crazy.
I've never seen it.
Yeah. My lad said to me, how am I going to celebrate in this boot and these crutches? I said, just jump up and down. Like, what's the matter? So it'll be fine. It'll be all right. So we've got a score as well, obviously.
Should we end it off with a score prediction?
For Saturday?
Yeah. Oh, we could do Plymouth as well.
Or Plymouth.
Go on, you go first, Scott.
What's prediction for Plymouth?
Plymouth then home. Yeah, Plymouth then home.
Or Plymouth, I'm going to go, I'm just talking out loud here, I'm going to go 2-1 Cov. Plymouth. I'm guessing he might put not the full side out. That's my guess. 2-1 against Plymouth, away game, midweek, etc., etc. Hull, I'm going to go 2-1 to Cov. Hull on Saturday. I think we'll just nudge it over the line is my prediction. Perfect.
Jane?
I'm going to go Plymouth will go 2-0. They haven't started off too well. Even if we put a reserve team out against their first team, we should. You think our reserve team is an Eccles, a Torp, a Hamer. That's our reserve team. You may put an Ennis Sims out there. That's our reserve team. Kitchen, like Bodier. That's our reserve team. So we should, in theory, even if they have a mixed team, we should, in theory, do well there. 2-0. I'm going to go, and then with the Hull game, I hope we get a clean sheet. I can't see it. I think Hull are quite good, especially on whipping the ball as well. But again, I think whipping the balls in, but we've got a 6'2" Bobby Thomas and a 6'6"
Amanda
there as well. So I can't see Ollie McBurney bullying them too much. Obviously, really, really good player, but a big fan of Ollie McBurney, especially championship level as well. But I'm going to go. I'll go 3-1 Cov.
Decent. I'm going to go for Plymouth. I'm going to go 2-0. I think it's going to be a good game. I think we won't start obviously the first 11 that we would start in the Prem, but I think it's going to be a good performance and a confidence boost, which is good. And for Hull, I'm going to go really, really hard fought 2-1. I think we'll go 1-0 up. I think that'll be 1-0, and I think towards the end we'll nick it. I think it'll be a really hard fought 2-1 win. Well, let's see what happens there.
Good stuff. Enjoy. Speak to you soon.
All right, well, see you lads next week. Thank you everyone for watching.
Next week. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.